again, friends. Welcome here. I am Rita Joy, the author of the blog Harbor Breeze Home, and today is the last day in the series Recipe for a Room Makeover. Today's the day where things get exciting and you get this room makeover started and finished. And I'm so excited, and I'm so excited with you. And hopefully you are feeling very brave and courageous and ready to make that room feel fresh and new again. So here's the deal about this stage of room makeovers. Just getting it started and getting it finished. I do think that this is definitely one of those things in life where you spend more time plotting and planning and thinking about it than it takes to do it. And so that is the fun part, is when you have done the prep work and thinking about it, you have observed, you've gathered your inspiration, you've planned and gotten all the supplies. Now it's just time to do it. So here's the deal. Here's my advice. You just got to start. Empty that room out. Get that paint out if you're going to paint it. Start putting it together and you will be surprised at how quickly it can come together. Now, sometimes I don't know about you, but I learn best by seeing what other people do, and I like to hear real life scenarios. So I want to give you a real life scenario of one of my most dramatic room makeovers on one of the smallest budgets I've ever done. So we lived in a house one time with a master bedroom that was in an attic style room with a pointed ceiling. And the entire room was clad in dark stained fir boards. The floors, up on the walls, and over the ceilings. And I'll tell you what, if we put our bed in the wrong place, we banged our heads when we sat up in the morning. And that place was so dark, we couldn't even read with a lamp in it at night. We called it the dungeon. So, step number one, I observed, how did this room function? Well, it didn't function well with the bed in the wrong place. There was only one place where the bed could go, that we could walk around it without hitting our heads. Number two, the closet was ridiculous. It did not work at all for storing our clothes. That was a problem. And number three, it was cold, literally cold. And also it had no insulation. Yeah. And four, how did it feel? Oh man, it felt awful. We called it the coffin. We called it the coffin. That's how it felt. And did it fit our personalities? Not at all. It didn't feel like a home at all to us. And so I started dreaming and gathering inspiration, and I wanted this baby to look like a beach cottage. I wanted it to feel bright and cheery and somewhere where I just wanted to sit in bed and have breakfast and drink coffee and just enjoy life. So this is what I did. I bought 2 cans of paint, a primer and a can of paint. We had a friend who had already offered to paint for us because he helped us move into this house. I think he realized what a disaster it was, so he just offered to help paint if we needed him. So I called him up. I need you. I emptied everything out of that room, and in a few hours he had that room sprayed white. Oh my stars and garters, it was gorgeous. I cannot tell you the difference in the feeling of that room. It was unbelievable. I moved a big area rug underneath our bed, so when we got up in the morning, it felt warm and cozy on our toes. And I used a comforter I already had that had a white back on it. I turned it upside down so the white back showed. Voila, I had a brand new white bedspread. I used fabric I had got at a thrift store, put together pillows for the bed, and I used IKEA as-is sheets that I had bought for $1 each. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, and I put together a bed ruffle. The only other thing I purchased that I didn't already own was $4 store frames so I could have new artwork. And I really wanted botanical ferns, but I didn't know where to find them. I hadn't discovered free printables then. So I went out to the yard, grabbed literal ferns, put them on the scanner in my printer, printed off a fern, and I had my own botanical prints. I'm telling you what, I loved that bedroom for years. We loved that bedroom and didn't change much about it in all the years we lived in that house. But there you go. There's an example of an incredible budget-friendly makeover for a room that was done on a very small budget, but it made our room feel like us. It made it feel more like home, and it freshened it up, and it gave us joy. So hopefully that encourages you and in your own room makeover journey. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for following along. Be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any other videos that I'm doing. And hopefully I can help you take simple steps to live life beautifully. Have a great day.